And we're back with another session of the Castle of Glass campaign. So, last time, a lot of you discovered the location of the origin of the key that you had acquired some time back whenever you had acquired the cat's medallion.
I remember you giving us a key.
You guys found a key with the cat's medallion.
Oh, okay.
Also, Evan, you have a lot of background noise coming through.
Yeah, it's probably my girlfriend. Give me 1 second.
Just hear a thud in the
Is that
background. He comes
better?
back.
Walk up.
Yeah. So
No,
here's-
she's on FaceTime. Different.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here's some domestic violence, a few loud
Hey,
thuds.
hey,
Whoa,
whoa, whoa.
Whoa. I'm saying she's
We're
beating your
live,
ass. I'm
man.
saying she's
Yeah.
beating your
Why
ass.
would we admit to that on camera?
Why would we do that on camera?
Like, I would totally do it in GTA.
GTA 6?
I mean, I abuse them all the time in Minecraft.
Oh, the girlfriend mod? What about... Never mind.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we're
welcome.
back. Wow. Ooh. Okay. So you guys, though, finding the origin of the key, made your way to the lone island to the most northeastern part of Gastonia. Specifically to the town. What was the town called? Wallaton. To the town of Wallaton through a certain connection that Thomas has with a certain prestigious family in the area.
Bro, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck is what?
He's playing Minecraft.
I'm
Oh,
listening.
God.
No, keep going.
All right. As I was
This
saying,
fucking dude.
upon getting there, sharing some information with Akira as well as gaining some information from her, you all headed northwards, stumbling upon a lone half-orc man who is fighting against a bunch of patchwork constructs on his own, as well as seeing possible threat for you all in the future and his patchwork dragon companion. After saving the man, healing him a little bit and sending him back towards town, Kodrak joining him just to make sure he makes it. The rest of you continued onward and made camp for the night.
I would like to spend 1 singular hour changing the representation of the polymorphic belt to the Great Badger.
Okay, yeah. Easy to do. Yeah, you can do that.
I would like to spend 2 hours crafting more explosives for my book.
I can't sleep, so I'm going to study. Just if there's anybody awake, I would like to talk with them about just their past.
I'll
I'm going to
stay
bed.
up with you.
That sounds cringe.
Ignitus definitely would have shared some of his history with you, because he would have probably been curious of your origins as well. He will. Let me find his.
We RPing this? If so, Remus is just half listening while crafting bombs.
I was just gonna give an overlay of basically what he's doing.
Okay.
You learned that Ignitus Dredgemont is one of 3 children, or one of 3 siblings, who is a descendant of a very, very famous individual named Thallo Dredgemont, who is also known as the Were-Dragon Guardian of the Dredgemonts and prestigious Bard of Almoria. Having relations with the king as well as many of the archmages and the archdruid and a lot of other powerful figures of the time. You would learn that his entire life pretty much, he's been studying the hidden secrets of the world, which includes the artifacts you're all looking for, which is why he has stumbled paths with all of you. And because he feels that he can trust all of you, he is searching for information on the original Were-Dragons, and trying to figure out how to awaken a descendants of one's abilities without being naturally able to do it, kind of forcing the awakening on its own.
Fuck it, I'll be awake for this.
That doesn't sound like it could be go terribly wrong.
Because he was out of the three siblings, he is the only one who didn't inherit the gift of the were dragon.
I'm gonna turn over my sleeping bag. One of my mom's she's a werebear. Who was a werebear. Time is an illusion.
You have
But yeah,
two mobs?
had.
Oh yeah, I forget you're old.
But,
Damn.
but yeah,
Were you made by magic then?
kinda. That's why I can't use magic.
It's like a give and take.
Yeah, well, my tiefling mother, she was a cleric of the god Savanoff. So her sphere, like she helped with the conception and that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of connected to all that, but I can't do magic because of it.
Are you upset you can't do magic?
Not really. I mean, I'm pretty good at stabbing stuff, so
Well, no violence isn't always needed. What if you want to like make tea?
then I'll boil some water.
But then you gotta like use your hands and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good at that stuff. I'm actually a blacksmith. My my werebear mom taught me. She's an orc, obviously.
You can
So,
make weapons.
Yeah, I just haven't had the opportunity, and well, the modern era is. It's not like you see a blacksmith shop on every corner like you used to.
I don't know what you used to be able to do. I'm like 7, man.
But yeah, I used to be a smithy. I can still do that. It just hasn't really been much need or opportunity.
So like you don't just have like like a machine make it for you? You do it yourself? Does that mean you
No.
do like all the hammering for like when you're like that's a lot of work.
Man has
Yeah.
never lifted a fucking finger in his life.
Yeah.
He has mage hand for a reason.
The spoiled kid finding out that people do manual labor.
I feel like I used to be a bit
Remus is
stronger
just
than I am now.
fucking Jaden Smith. Hey guys, you like my outfit? It's my house on my head.
House.wad, the costume.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We don't talk about House.wad here.
So you're really old and know how to do blacksmithing. You like ancient artifacts. Where do you get your magic from? And he's pointing towards
Zin.
Zen.
Well, it's I guess you could say it's like a family heirloom. Just passed down.
So it's like an artifact?
Yeah, it's not a particular item, but yeah. Kind of, maybe.
So you got innate magic?
Trying to think on how. Trying to decide something. Trying to decide. That's the question.
Yeah, as you kind of question this, you do see Ignitus kind of lean forward a little bit. He looks very intrigued of the origins of your magic.
I'll go through the process, and just just kind of figure out how much time is left in the night, and just we'll wonder if we have enough time to tell a story, because, obviously I'm just gonna tell them. I figured I've been with them long enough to where they should probably know, because they've most likely seen me talking to myself multiple times.
They've
Pretty
seen
much
you.
just thought you had an invisible friend like him.
Kind of. Very, very similar. So I'll tell I explain pretty much it all starts with, what was it, 200 years ago? When was the war?
Yeah, about 200 years.
Okay, it started about 200 years ago. What did we say? My great grandfather, I think that,
It was
or my grandfather.
great grandfather.
Owen's lived to like 120, or like.
You can still have kids at a younger age. Like you could have multiple generations around.
Okay, that's true.
I'd say great grandfather, because he probably didn't make it long after everything was said and done. Considering war
was
kind of lessens your life expectancy quite a bit.
He was old in general.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would just say what would it be, third great grandfather? So
Something like that,
great
yeah.
grandfather. Kind of made a deal. And pretty much she tells a story about the entire fire team in the war, and and kind of explains that to everybody. And how they were heroes and they did everything they could to save the world, and and here we are. But to save them, he had to kind of make a deal with something. And that something is not particularly a good thing. So I am a warlock. If you couldn't have tell, haha, magic missile, or not magic missile, whatever the other one
Eldritch
is.
Blast, Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. That one. If y'all couldn't have told, but I'll tell you a little bit more about, I guess, and I'll put air quotes with my fingers, patron. It's more of a force thing. I didn't really have a choice. She's a fiend. She kind of just does her own thing. She tries not to talk to me unless she absolutely has to. I've been doing a lot of research, just trying to figure out everything about her and family, but there's not too much, I guess. So I'm still trying to figure that out. That's why I'm in the pursuit of knowledge, trying to learn everything I can about what's going on with me and my entire family.
You see, Evan, I can still hear the thing back up, by the way.
Yeah, I'm also sending you something on the side. Don't worry.
Okay.
Sorry, continue.
No, stop. Okay, continue.
I would say with what you're talking about, Evan, there's a slight unease.
Okay.
Ignatius kind of leans forward and, clearly fascinated by this, and says, just starts asking you a bunch of questions, most of which you can't really answer. He just starts asking about your patron a bunch.
Which I don't have answers
yeah.
for.
Once you've, he's kind of drained the question pool with no answers or whatever, just kind of sits back and apologizes and just says, well, that is fascinating that all of our origins seem to have crossed our paths here. One wouldn't think of people with such past having a common goal in mind. I assume your patron has something that she wants out of this whole deal, I'm assuming.
I haven't really been given much information. I was just told to find him, and I point at Thomas. That's about it. I'm here now. That's.
I'm fucking passed out in the background. Yeah. Right when the conversation of origin of magic happened, I was just like, all right, I'm done. and just right out.
I would
Hey,
assume
Al,
if we're all looking for, ancient artifacts, that a fiendish entity would be interested in it. But fiends aren't always bad. That's what my dad said.
Oh, they are deceptive, though, and manipulative in their own ways. They may not be malicious by nature, some of them, but all of them are tricky, and reasons are usually unknown to those they're playing with. But
Xena,
But
did you say you're a great something fought in the war back in the day?
Yes. My
What,
third great grandfather.
what was his name?
It was yeah, it
Why-
was Ra. Yeah, Ra.
yeah, I was gonna say, well, I was like, what
I
was
don't-
his
I-
name?
Yeah. Ra's Dimclaw.
Oh.
Dimclaw. I knew an Errol Dimclaw back in the day.
I don't think Errol's last name was Dimclaw.
It wasn't.
no.
It wasn't. They are not related.
But he was in
I'm trying to
fact
think
pretty dim sometimes.
Yes. He may
So
be
it's
Errol
fitting.
dim-minded, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also
my
attached with the
mistake.
fiend.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That
Yes.
was
Okay,
by his
nice.
Fuck
choice,
it, it's
though.
canon.
It's
It's
canon.
I knew it.
But they never knew their names. He was adopted or something.
Nah,
Yeah.
Errol was banished from his hometown. It makes sense. This
That's
is
what I'm
his
saying.
cousin.
Yeah. He just doesn't know.
Long
so,
lost
like,
cousin.
I mean, they're all Alwins. It works. All Alwins are
I- I-
related.
I knew an Errol who was similarly saddled with a fiend back in the day.
Oh, really? I think
My mom
I
used to
think
journey
I
with him.
remember reading about that in my father's note or my great grandfather's father's notes.
My dad said he was kind of stupid at times.
Yeah, I've read that as well. Mm.
I'll talk shit about my
Yeah.
old character. Yo, he was a fucking idiot sometimes.
Yeah.
Homie had 2 functional brain cells and was piloted by a half drunk most days.
And the only reason he did anything smart is because the void snake in his head told him not to do things.
You mean God told him to not do things?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Yeah.
brain worm.
The brain worm.
Errol is the original RFK.
The
That's-
brain worm told me not to do it, so I didn't do it. I'm here alive still because of it.
That's
The brain-
crazy. Hey,
the
just
brain
saying,
worm.
the brain worm is telling RFK to lower the the meat temperature standards so the rest of its brethren can feed.
Oh yeah, so the tapeworms can live or some shit like that.
That's crazy.
Sorry. Sidetracked.
Yeah, I apologize. I just saw that earlier.
Any other
Decided-
special RP we would like to do of your origins and stuff? This is good. We're learning about each other. You know. What
Well,
else you got?
we haven't done it so far. I mean, this is I don't have to sleep anymore, so I
Yeah.
gotta do something.
Well, you guys have finally reached a point. I feel like it's the characters that you trust each other fully, or at least mostly.
Yeah,
Hey.
at least enough.
Hey, who's awake right now?
Ignitus is still
Player-wise.
awake. Oh, for players, I think. Lebog, are you awake? Are you just sitting off to the side?
I've been asleep the whole time.
Okay, that's what I assumed. I was like, Lebog probably clocked out first.
Okay. So it's Rhea and Zen.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Can I get you guys to make a perception check real quick?
No. Here,
No.
let's check. Perception. 12.
12.
I'm just gonna do this for the sake of doing this. Ignitus is also gonna make one.
Yeah. I have a number in mind.
Yeah, Ignitus.
I feel like
is
you would
not
agree with
missing.
this number. Yeah.
15.
5.
Okay. All right. Nothing. All right. Cool.
Okay. I guess while whatever happened,
And yeah, it's
Yeah, you do
Remus isn't doing anything. It's not him.
yeah, you watch kind of Ignitus kind of sitting there kind of messing, with his hands or whatever, and kind of at some point kind of glances his head down and kind of pulls out this small pulls a small little satchel and kind of like opens it and kind of like pulls out this orb from it and is like cleaning it off, checking it over real quick, putting it back. As he puts it back, it sounds like almost like there's glass in the bag that he kind of closes up and kind of attaches back to his belt. He's not paying anyone any attention right now. He is messing with stuff.
I'm gonna go take a quick look just around in the area, make sure we're all good, and then I was gonna head to bed. Is that fine with everyone?
Don't wander too far.
I'm good. I got Lupa with me. It's okay.
Still don't know who this Lupa is.
It's just my doggy.
Right.
All right, I'll be back.
Well, I should get some sleep as well. You all, I guess, get some rest as you need to, and I guess we'll trek in the morning.
Do someone with a real imaginary friend back in the day.
Oh,
Yeah. Her name is Luna. The imaginary friend, that is. Kind of similar. But not really.
My imaginary friend is real, and don't you disrespect her. She doesn't take kindly. Actually, I don't know if she cares. She also tells me not to make threats.
Fair
He's
enough.
kind of like my third parent. I'm gonna stop talking now.
that sounds like a morning problem. And Ignite kind of lays down, kind of pulls out his his bedroll or whatever, and kind of pats it down, opens it up, crawls inside of it, and just very slowly falls asleep.
Me. Me.
Yeah. Following day comes around. Nothing of any concern happens in the night. It's relatively quiet. Zena, you get to watch the stars and such above. A very clear night allows you to see much more than you normally would have in the cities.
Oh, nice.
The rest of you get a well-rested night. Waking up the next morning.
Long rest.
Also, I need to join the foundry.
I was wondering. I was like, numbers aren't making sense, but I can't figure out who's
Sorry.
missing.
That's my bad.
Though, after how are you all going to spend your morning before you hike the rest of the way to the ruins that are not too far from you?
Maybe cook something.
I was just about to say, can I help cook?
Yeah. You guys, bake breakfast. Ignitus kind of prepares coffee.
Remus is gonna plop down the handy haversack, start pulling out food.
He's been packing rations and shit, and he's got. I imagine Remus has like candy bars and breakfast bars and everything because he didn't pack the
No.
bag, someone else did.
No. Remus. So one of the maids would have packed, so they would have made sure it's good. Remus's fixation is very similar to my real world fixation, and that is coffee. He is like 4 different coffees he pulls out.
Oh, he sees Ignitus start something. He's like, no, wait.
Yeah, he
Use
starts
this.
like a conversation with Ignitus about like different coffees and everything. It's like his weird hyper fixation.
Yeah, he sees Ignitus pull out like a not even a name brand coffee blend, just something to get energy up going.
He's like, no, check this shit out.
All right. You all have breakfast. Enjoy coffee.
What?
Hefe.
Coffee?
Yeah, coffee. And then head the rest of the way to the ruins. Upon arrival, they're very similar to the ruins you had seen outside of the the place where you retrieve the cat's medallion. And looking about too, you can see like crumbled structures, broken pillars, stuff like that. There's a large. The one thing of this ruin that doesn't match the other ruin is there's a doorway with a large set of black metal doors that look like they've been there forever and look to be unscratched, not faded by the wet like the sun or anything. No weathering has occurred to this. Something is protecting these doors and keeping them from being opened.
It's magical.
In addition to that, there's an inscription above the door, as well as you see as you guys kind of look around. There are two other inscriptions nearby that you can look at. What would you like to do?
Look at the inscriptions.
Which one would you like to look at first?
The one above the door.
Okay. Who speaks Draconic?
Me.
I do.
That's two people. The two of you can read the words
do.
of three people. Can read about the words above the door. That is not the right one. It is this one. Relinquish your gods and patrons, as they have no power in this place. Only the howls of death are heard here.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not religious.
Well, that seems kind of ominous.
I relay
Wait,
this
howls of
information to
death?
those who cannot read.
Yes, the howls of death.
Sounds like
What is-
wolves.
I'm gonna scribble something down in my journal. In Draconic.
Okay. As for the
Can
other,
I?
Oh.
Never mind. No. Never mind.
as for
Never
the
mind.
other two
Ignore me.
inscriptions, one of them you guys can't, even though you speak Draconic, you guys can't fully read it. The other one you can see. Says the words, they witnessed the horrors of the end, the death of gods and their shrieks of anguish. Many took their own lives and others were driven into insanity. I'll put that in the Foundry chat so you guys can copy that into your notes.
The part that we cannot read, Mr. DM, may I use a piece of paper
That's not what's supposed
and
to happen.
put go over it with a piece of charcoal to take a imprint of it?
You can. However,
Actually, fuck am I doing? I got a tablet. I'm
well,
taking a
yeah,
picture.
Yeah, you take a picture. As you're taking a picture, you see Ignitus kind of crouching in front of it. Kind of, you can see him like his lips moving to like pronounce all of the words as he slowly reads it. And
Rhea is silently disappointed you aren't doing a charcoal rubbing.
well,
Remus would like slowly pull out the stuff and then kind of like shake his head, pull out his tablet.
yeah, you take the picture though as Ignitus finishes reading it, and he kind of like you can see his eyes widen, and he's like very excited. Scribbles something down in a journal. He does the charcoal scratching or the rubbing. Rolls it up in a scroll and tucks it into his bag. He says, guessing none of you can read this, as it is much older Draconic. Would you like me to translate it for all of you?
If you would please.
He kind of clears his throat and just uses Drikoth Inferna, secret son of Roshire and the chief of the Dredgemon clan. His birth would have been considered an act of blasphemy against the Dracernonians. Cannot pronounce that even though I made the word. As his power almost rivaled theirs. To other mortals, he was considered a demigod amongst man, as no mortal could compare to his power. And I'll give that to you guys.
Can I? Can I copy that translation down for
Yes.
later? I'm trying to copy it down so I can study it later.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why I'm asking this. I think I already have this somewhere in a Google Doc.
Yeah.
Remus is asking this.
Yeah, Remus is asking, not you. But yes, those were the three inscriptions you see amongst the place. I'll give you the first one too. So above the door was the relinquish your gods and patrons. So those are the three inscriptions you read. Looking around the rest of the site, nothing really of value in this ruin. The door itself, though, at the center of the door, you do see a keyhole.
Man, I wonder what goes there.
Probably a key.
The key that we have. Let's put that in the hole.
Dun dun dun! I forgot to put music
I
on.
lost the key.
I lost the key. Oh no! Just kidding.
Yeah, I go put the key in the door.
Oh goody, my music is fighting me. Don't think this will kick you guys out. I think it'll just reset the music for me. Perfect. Oh, that did work. Okay, cool. I don't have to reset the server each time. Awesome. Okay, yeah. So, you're pulling out the key and putting it in the door?
Yeah.
Okay. As you approach the door to do this, you're hit with a very powerful smell of death and decay that's kind of permeating from this door. He slides in with like a creak. As you turn it slowly, gears within, cracking and, shifting as they slowly unlock. The key itself then getting sucked into the door, and the door slowly parting to reveal an obsidian corridor.
Try not
Is
to
there
trip in
anything
here.
that we should do before we go in here?
I just walked straight in.
Okay, never
Just
mind.
Make sure to watch your step. Obsidian's pretty sharp.
What?
Obsidian, volcanic glass. They use that stuff in scalpels.
Is this some more ancient technology?
That's medical science.
I don't know about that.
Maybe they use some newfangled everything these days, but obsidian's one of the sharpest materials, but it's also pretty fragile.
Ah.
Before, Ignitus enters, he looks towards Rock and says, kind of just says, I think someone should probably keep watch this time so we don't get ambushed upon leaving. If that half-orc decides to show her face again, I'd rather one of us know about it. And you see him kind of hand him, like, a crystal on, like, a medallion, just says, let me know if you see anything. Rock takes it, gives a nod, and, scurries off into the ruin somewhere to find a place to just watch. So you all go deeper, into the obsidian corridor, and you watch as it slowly opens up into a much wider kind of obsidian cavern. This picture's not entirely accurate, but this is what you see. As you kind of enter kind of this cavernous space, you see a huge upside down or inverted pyramid, obsidian bridge leading to the bottom of it as it hangs from the ceiling. This kind of chill kind of falls over each of you, almost like that of entering a place of death. Looking around the room as well, you can see on the outskirts of the room, there are these giant wolf-like statues on the edges of the walls, some sticking through the walls, some on platforms, all of which have a slight glowing red light coming from either of their eyes. Almost giving you all the sensation that you are being watched closely by them.
Well, whoever mentioned wolves, you called it.
Yeah. I mean,
I didn't want to be right.
yeah, I didn't want to be right. I mean, but I'm glad I am.
It's the doggies.
And Remus, you get with the one thing you mentioned before, that uneasy feeling you got the night before is worse now. Not because of anything of any of the party, but specifically the place you're in.
I gotta ask you a question then, because I know, but okay. Sorry, you can continue. I'll send you on the side.
So, I assume you all move towards the obsidian pyramid. Is there any RP you would like to do as you slowly walk into this chamber, looking around?
No.
Um,
I'm just keeping my head on a swivel.
yeah, just looking around.
But wait, there's a trap.
I can. Should we use like detect trap or anything?
Do we have access? I don't think I have. I don't. I know I don't. I don't know why.
You would just see Remus kind of like stroking the air in a what you could only assume is a calming, like soothing motion. And he's just kind of mumbling to himself.
I gotta change the music too. We have a specific one for this place. So, as you all kind of move onwards into the pyramid itself, the moment you pass through the doorway, everything kind of goes dark around you. You continue to walk, feeling firm ground underneath your feet. What is the marching order of everyone moving through?
I'm in front.
Okay, Lebog's in front. Ignite is probably be right beside you.
I'm chilling probably somewhere in the middle of the formation.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be in the back.
I have a bad feeling about this place, guys.
Okay. So, as your vision finally returns to you, you find yourselves in a long chamber.
Long, you say?
On the floor, there's an inscription that you can see. Those who can speak Draconic can read it. If you'd like to click on it, it'll appear in the chat.
Oh, wow.
No way.
One of you would like to read it aloud? Those of you that speak Draconic?
Also, did you see my message?
Yes.
Okay. Are we saying... Do you want me to roll a history for this, or...
You're saying for the thing you messaged me?
Yeah.
Sure. DC is relatively high. Because
Okay. I would
Yeah.
figure that this is not something that is common. There's my roll. I 100% do not know.
You do not. It's odd to you. You've never seen this happen, So, yeah, those of you that entered first, the ones that speak Draconic, if you'd like to read the message that's upon the floor.
For thou eyes cannot perceive death's paths. For only his companions watch and wait, their gaze be linked to their master's wake. For trust in them or find an unfortunate fate. There, I did it. You're welcome.
Awesome. That was great. Thank you.
Very intense music.
Yes. In addition to that, you all notice at the very end of the chamber, upon reading that, 4 red candles ignite, lighting up the opposite end of the room.
Sus.
Get ready for a fight.
So what would you guys like to do?
I'm still trying to figure out what way these fucking, heads are facing.
I mean, none of them are facing us, if that's what you're asking.
Is this floor
I
just a black
test-
pit?
That's a pit. Yeah, the darkness that you see is a bottomless pit that you can see.
I test the floor right here.
There is no floor. It's a bottomless pit.
Exactly.
You feel firm ground.
Aha! You fuckwit.
If you're wondering, there's a lot of inspiration that has been pulled for this dungeon.
Yeah, this reminds me of a game I played before.
Wait a minute. I look at the ceiling.
There's nothing up there.
Damn it.
It's not quite the same. It's inspired, not copied.
Well, I'm just gonna step out onto the solid ground here.
Okay.
I have that moment like the top of the fucking like tower in Seattle where you're like, oh.
Woo, go Thomas! Yay!
I'm scared.
Probably should just follow in a line, I guess. Considering it seems there's a path we cannot see.
Oh.
Guess I'll go next.
I'm just testing the path as I go. Just, oh.
Can I fly?
You go to spread your wings and try to get off the ground. The air in here seems to resist you and feels heavy against your wings.
Dang.
Okay.
Oh.
So I will just start following.
That's all I wanted. No.
So wait, go back. So yeah, as you do that, you watch as Thomas falls into the depths for a second, and then just reappears on the platform,
I hit right by accident.
and one of the candles disappears.
Oh
Those
my
must-
god, it's a fucking limited time. No, it's a limited life.
Maybe we should push Thomas again and see if that's specifically linked to us falling off.
Damn.
Do you think we could fly across?
Oh my god.
Xena just tried?
Yeah, Xena tried,
Oh.
did not work.
My
Alright.
bad.
I'm testing the ground again.
And I just fall asleep.
Alright. I don't feel like it goes all the way to the next guy, right?
Highly doubt that, yes.
Anyone have a 10-foot pole?
I have a stick.
That's not 10 feet.
Anyone using large
I
on
mean,
it?
it's a quarterstaff. I have a 6-foot pole. Like,
That might be a good way to feel it out.
that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just doing it the hard way. Alright, nah, this is fucking easy.
Nice, slowly
cannot-
follows behind you.
Dog starts sprinting.
Oh,
Alright, it is not up from there. Where am I? Where am
you're back at the
I?
bottom. So yeah,
Hey, he's not at the bottom.
No,
Is he
I'm
not?
not.
He's in
He's in the
of the
middle.
map.
Help! Help me!
what? I have him on the bottom of the screen for me.
He's there now.
He has
Okay.
moved down there.
Alright,
He took
keep
it.
going. Keep going, nerd.
Nidus looks nervous. and
Ramus is
just-
in my way. I can't push Ramus off.
Well, I don't know.
Sorry.
I can't.
I'm trying to update it, but what the fuck?
What's wrong?
I'm so confused on like.
You
What the
fucking-
fuck?
You're supposed to move in a line.
Okay, I'm
I know.
not gonna count that. I'm not gonna count that. You just Ignitus
Yes,
We
is
can't cheat.
just gonna slowly kind of make his way. And he's
Oh wait. I think I.
This is getting confusing.
Uh,
Oh wait, I could occupy someone else's space. I'm gonna be between Rhea's legs.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Huh.
scared. I don't want to die.
Ignitus
What if
reaches-
this just goes straight?
he pauses.
No.
his,
Definitely not.
if you guys want to squeeze past each other, you are allowed to. You just
Hmm.
no, I'm trying to figure out how this works.
So, can I use like a rope and like whip it out to like try to
Whoa,
detect?
Whoa, 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 whoa! There's women and children here.
I'm
Like
between your legs.
Like from like yeah.
Don't whip it
Yeah.
out. It's not between your legs.
like maybe if we attach like a weight to a rope, we can kind of like use it to find platforms.
You know, can I use this for the first time in the entire session? I pull out my crossbow. Can I start
Hey,
shooting the floor?
Remember, obsidian is fragile.
That's what I'm saying. If it goes through the obsidian, then don't step there.
No. There's just nothing. Like, you guys don't see ground below you. You reach down to touch it. Like, you can feel the ground when you touch it, but you don't
I
see
feel
ground.
right here.
Yeah.
I feel right there.
Your foot kind of slips a little bit.
I have a staff, my brother.
Oh yeah, so you tap over an edge. Yes.
Right here.
Yeah. There's nothing there. Like I'm saying there's nothing there.
Oh my.
Oh,
I'm not gonna count that. I poor,
God damn it.
poor explanation.
So I say from this spot.
Go left.
I was gonna say we
Okay.
go left.
I guess tell me when to stop.
Keep going until you're 20 feet from the wall.
Watch as he just falls into the depths.
Okay, well,
All right, so it's definitely up from there. Let the
Is
man
it
with
up?
the staff go.
Is it up?
Let the man with the staff that can feel this go.
Okay.
I feel right here.
I will make a note real fast. Because I just realized how fucking dark these things are. Let's see if I can brighten them. Nope, I can't. Okay, so I will make a note. This one is facing this way. Oh, wait. It is facing
Invisible
this
note.
way. The other one that's right here is facing this way.
So
I
it's
just-
just down.
That didn't help anything.
Oops, I did not mean to do that.
Yeah,
that is a good
so-
point. Okay, so I feel
So we go
So
down
we go
right
down,
there.
and then over.
So we go here, and then we
I-
go to here, and then
I
we
f-
go up to here, and then go here, and then we make our way out.
Oh, they're drawing lines. Oh, they're
You see
using
what I'm-
they're utilizing their
you see-
tools.
what I'm not gonna do is just step randomly because we decided that's where we're supposed to go. I feel.
You feel a platform in front
I'll
of
do
you.
it.
Xena is willing to sacrifice herself.
I have full
Right.
faith on this is
Feel.
how we're supposed to do it.
Feel.
What's oh, I grabbed
Why am I moving?
I grabbed the wrong person.
Okay.
I balls to the wall. I feel, therefore I am, and then I.
Okay, Am.
We're all on top of each other. I'm waiting for the full force feeling right here.
Oh, I'm feeling all right. I'm just trying not to sprint because I don't want to misplace my character token. And this guy looks funny. I actually think we go the other way. No.
The as you're moving Labagwa, you and Ignitus fall back a little bit. It's like, are they always this gung-ho?
Not really. I think this is just a really easy puzzle that they're somehow failing to figure out.
There's a thing here.
We
There's,
also
there's
killed,
nothing
like,
that I mean,
bodyguards in
that
the
is something that's
streets.
not supposed to be able to be seen.
Can
Anyway,
I
so
inspect this candle?
upon reaching the end, the candle itself does seem to like lift up off the ground more than it was before. See, for the quick inspection, roll me perception or investigation before the candle vanishes.
Dang
Investigation.
stinky.
9. Ooh, nice.
Not
job,
so
Frank.
22.
Okay. Looking at the candle, it is, you notice this candle specifically is not a physical thing. It looks to be, now that you are close enough, you can see that it is see-through, and it almost looks to be, you get the impression it is the representative of a soul. And as
Damn, were we killing people when
as
we
it as
failed?
it vanishes, you hear kind of like a kind of noise as it vanishes. Almost like a soul being set free.
Oh, so we're saving them? All right, you guys, jump in one more time.
No, it vanished after you guys
Remus-
finished.
Oh,
Remus
fuck.
is just kind of clinging on to Lupa's leg, but to everyone else, it's
It's just
he's
hugging
just
air.
holding an object, just air.
But from there,
Stop floating,
as you
son.
guys push through the chamber, another obsidian hallway obstructs your path you make your way down this hallway into another chamber. Ah! You enter.
It's a circle.
Inside the chamber, let me-
Wow.
my-
This looks like fucking
well,
solo leveling.
he moved too fast. I'm gonna. I was gonna explain the room, but you watch as Remus walks to the right, and the wolf statue beside it grabs its weapon and swings its head, almost hitting Remus.
I'm going to enter stealth.
Remus is going to take.
Am I actually getting hit?
Yep, you are taking
Oh,
half
there's
damage.
Not even. That's crazy.
So let's move you back to the spot. Let me give the description of the room real fast. Going into
I was
this
just
room,
trying to move, so I'm out of the way.
going into the room, there are 12 wolf statues. Half of
back.
them having weapons in front of them, the other half having instruments in front of them. In the center of the room looks to be a large altar space with 3 separate altars, each with a different item upon it. The most left altar looks to have a living goat chained down to it with a ritual dagger sitting beside the goat.
Dibs on the goat.
The middle altar has the skull of a canine, a bowl that you guys can't see all that well, and a ritual dagger on that table as well. And the last one looks to have a praying stand of candles and a tome resting upon it. Thomas, if you'd like to read it, because you clicked on the inscription, as you guys want to move forward, you guys can move forward.
I read the last one.
All right, move forward. So who would like to read?
Labog can read this one.
Labog didn't click on it yet.
I'm not gonna trigger that just because it was.
Yeah, but we all could see it, so what does it matter?
But Labog's not looking.
Oh, read
swear to
the inscription, and I'll tell you the last thing that you need to know.
In sight of death, perform his ritual to appease his wrath. For those who wish to not take their final breath, know him in order to know his path. For in the sight of the war approaching, you find safety in death's embrace through worshipping.
So, upon reading this, you see 3 murals appear upon the walls. The 3 murals from left to right show as such. The first is a depiction of people bowing down before a massive, shadowy, wolf-like figure, crying out as blood pools around them and flows like rivers. The middle mural shows people worshiping before an altar, fire in the background with blood flowing around them. And the last shows people fighting amongst each other, the same shadowy aberration of this wolf hovering over them as they kill one another, instruments being played in the behind the front lines of this battle.
I'm gonna need you to repeat that last one.
Here, I'll just put it in the chat. Apparently, Rosina is saying this out loud because I clicked it.
Nice.
Zena's read it out loud. Also, before each of the altars has their own little plaque that you can read upon approaching. So, what would you like to do within this space?
I step over the inscription.
All right. Yeah, you step onto the altar plate. Or the altar.
For some reason, I thought that was like a wall for a second. So I was just like imagining him like really just like getting tall and just walking over like a wall.
Steps over a giant wall. I was expecting there to be a thing to click with this book.
It's the inscription in front of the platform.
Oh. By his words, his symbol, adore and confess one's sins with candles lit. Oh, there's inscriptions in front of each pedestal.
Each pedestal has its own. I'll let you guys try to figure out this puzzle. This one may be a little trickier for all of you.
Hold on, let me click on all the things. Thank you, Jared.
You're welcome. Well, you don't know which order you clicked on them in now.
Correct, which is why I'm upset.
See, I clicked on them left, middle, right.
Well, I clicked on them right, middle, left, so
And we didn't know that.
I would have told you.
Here, let me,
Well, you took a long time saying it.
let me fix this.
Because
for
I
you.
hadn't done
There
it.
you go.
yet.
Left, middle, right. They're all together. You can read all three now together. Ignitus has decided to read them to you.
Ugh. All right. I look around the room. What instruments do these guys hold?
Okay, looking upon the room, I will tell you the wolves in order as they are. I did not put. I just realized I didn't label them like I was supposed to initially. This one is the. This one is not labeled correctly. I just realized. This one should not be using that. That should be the battle. No, that's the Warhammer. Okay. So, looking at the room, this first one here has a. Oh god, my list is a different order than it was supposed to be. This one is a lute. Oh, wait, I see what's happening. This is a lute. This one has a halberd before it. This has a trumpet, a mace, Trump. This one has.
I thought you were gonna keep going.
Yeah, this one has a harp. This one has a battle axe, drums,
Jesus.
a glaive. What happened to the drum? That looked like a metal band.
Those lines were not me.
Next.
This one has a flute, a greatsword, and a pan flute, and then a warhammer.
What does that word say?
Figure it out.
That's what I read. I don't know about you guys, but
Pa. All right.
oh, you guys haven't been marked as fucking stream needs to focus on you. There we go. I fix. What did you just call me? Bitch?
I called you a fucking dude. As expected.
So where are these murals we saw at?
They're on the walls.
Which wall? All the walls? Are they just
The
everywhere?
the left wall, the upper wall above the doorway, and then the right
What
wall.
are they? What are the murals?
Let me repost them in the chat.
Oh, you already posted them in chat?
Yeah, I'll post them again underneath the descriptions. There you go.
Oh, do you-
Oh god, it fucked it up. Why? Why did it fuck up the
yeah,
formatting?
this thing. Okay, no, hold on. I can just scroll up.
Yeah.
All right, so
There we go. Now they're correctly posted.
all right, no, hold on. So here we go. Right. So it's the helmet one in the middle. It's middle, left, right. So we got to do whatever's in the middle, whatever's on the left, and whatever's on the right for in that order.
Well, how do you know that's the order?
Well, because picture of them bowing before a massive shadowy wolf, crying out as blood pools and flows around them. So obviously that has to do with the helm of him thirst for blood one.
But how do we know that's the first one we do? And that's just
be-
not the order in which God gave us the words.
This is also true. Fuck. Uh, is this in order from left to right? The murals.
Read the original floor inscription again. That's all. The only hint I'll give you. And they are left to right. They are listed left to right. But read the original floor inscription again.
Perform ritual. Know him. Find safety in death.
Appeases wrath. Who wish to take their final breath.
Okay, so worshipping is last. You find safety in the worship. The war is second.
Okay, so if that's the case,
Or maybe it's in sight of the death of the war. You do all this stuff, so maybe war's first. Because you can't perform the ritual without being in sight of the death from the war. God, can I roll something to try to piece this together?
I will let you roll something. Roll me straight intelligence or an insight.
Oh no, I'm stupid. Hold on, I'm gonna riz up what I think first. I give up on that.
Wow. Okay. With all the information you've been given, you get an idea that there are 2 steps to this puzzle. The altars are the first step. And you get the idea that all of them may not be necessary, as one of them specifically does not feel that it matches the others.
One of the altars in the middle.
Yes, one of the altars does not make sense. The 2 of them make sense, but you get the idea that you probably only need 1 to get to the second step of this room.
so about the altars, I feel as though the one on the left is. I feel as though the dagger is misleading because it talks about the burning of flesh.
I did forget to mention there is a stack of wood next to that altar. I apologize for that. Because the altar mentions the fuel for fire, the smell of burning flesh appease the hunger, and for death, there's a pile of wood next to that altar.
Or perhaps it
Oh.
wants us to just cook the goat.
I mean, one of the murals is fire burning with blood flowing around it.
Okay, so stab the goat and then cook it. Alright, but what about the center one? What's the center one again? What's it got?
The skull, a bowl, and a dagger.
Helm of him athirst for blood, give to him as he wishes.
Okay, so that one is just wear the fucking skull and then bleed into the bowl. That's easy.
And you said that I feel we just need to do one of these altars
You
to get
feel
to the
that
next
only
step?
one altar is required.
Alright, hold on here. So Instead of death, perform his ritual to appease his wrath for those who wish.
I don't know what I missed, but I'm just gonna watch.
I mean, you have everything you need in the chat. We're trying to piece stuff together.
They're trying to solve my puzzle.
Know him in order to know his path could either be the tome or wearing his hat.
But at the same time, the goat doesn't want to die, so it could be that we have to sacrifice the goat in order to, you know.
I mean,
Tyler-
that was the first thing I thought of, was to sacrifice the goat. I mean, there's a sacrificial dagger and a goat chained up.
I mean, there's also nothing stopping us from just doing all three.
Wait, is there a dagger with the goat?
Yeah.
I
there's
thought
a-
it was just chained down.
It is chained down, but there's like, sorry, it's not a.
Sacrificial dagger.
Yeah, the sacrificial dagger is with the first one. I went through my notes really fast. There's a regular dagger next to the goat.
Oh, my bad.
Tyler's just out here
Yeah.
copying, solo leveling.
I didn't
Well, if
copy.
you know the damn anime,
inspired,
then solve the puzzle.
Inspired. I was inspired by it. It's not the same.
If you know so dang much, solve the puzzle.
I'm just giving him shit. Let me talk shit. I just got another beer. You leave me alone.
I'm not one-shotting characters. Okay.
Not yet.
Well, no, you bring them back. That's what you're
Round
supposed to
two.
do.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. What's stopping us from just doing all three?
I don't know. It would probably kill us. We'll probably make him mad.
Hmm.
Fuel the fire. Wait. Oh. Oh wow, there are so many chats. What the
You need to
fuck?
find safety in death's embrace. Well, the only thing that actually involves dying here is the goat.
I'll give you
But
one
is-
more. I'll give you one more hint for that natural 20, Lebog. You feel the murals are very important to this first part.
Mr. Game Mommy, can I roll something?
Sure.
What do you want me to roll?
What are you trying to roll for?
Investigation? I don't know.
Like what?
Figure
what,
this shit
what do
out.
to figure it out, I did a basic, just a straight intelligence check, or roll a insight to see if you can try to deduce what the meaning of the inscriptions are.
Alright, the people fighting with the wolf hovering over them is definitely the approaching war.
Now, so two of the murals involve fire, blood and fire. Two of the murals involve blood. One involves fire. Only one of these involve both blood and fire.
I mean, you can argue that the ritual bowl in the middle is supposed to have blood in it. With the
Yes,
ritual dagger
but
next
guess
to it.
what? It doesn't have
Fire.
fire.
But guess what the goat has? Nothing to do
Correct.
with the wolf god.
So in order to complete the goat part, the goat altar, we need to kill the goat and then burn it.
But what would that have to do with this wolf god?
Look at the
Um,
murals.
I mean,
Two of the murals involve blood. Only one, and one of those involves fire.
Okay, so two of these altars have stuff relating to him. One has stuff relating specifically to a mural.
What? Oh,
Well, you have the middle one with his hat and the dagger, and then the other one with his words in a tome book, whatever. I just don't know what the goat has to do with him. sure, it has the fire and killing the goat would make blood, but I mean, technically, there's candles on the prayer tome, which is also fire.
But it doesn't involve blood, and you had the inclination that only one of these is actually important.
Yes, but why would that be the goat? What does killing the goat have to do with him?
Fire. It's
Killing
part
the
of the
goat.
altar. It's part of solving this altar. Fuel of fire, the smell of burning flesh.
All right, let's go to goat.
Fucking evil.
I am 100%. All right, so who's going to perform the? What are you doing with the goat? How are you going about this ritual?
I would like to make an intelligence and/or insight check upon the inscription for the goat altar.
Okay.
I am so sorry for you.
What'd you roll?
I gotta find the actual. Which one is highest? They're both the same. No, I'm fucking proficient in this one. What's my proficiency score? How do I find my proficiency? Jesus. Mr. DM, I can't find my proficiency score on the thing.
On what do you're talking about for insight?
Yeah.
You have +3 as your modifier.
Is that just with my proficiency?
Yeah, that's with your proficiency because your wisdom is a -1.
Okay, well that's a 22.
22. All right. You get the impression from this inscription. This is a ritual you've seen done in the past for other gods, of sacrificing a goat via slitting the throat of the goat and killing it, and then proceeding to burn the body once you've cleaned out certain parts of the goat.
Ah, of course.
It's a simple burnt ritual, or burnt offering ritual.
Okay, so one altar has 2 murals attached to it, but one altar fits the 2 of the murals as like a whole picture. But what does the 3rd mural have to do with anything? In the context that only one of these altars actually needs to be done, what does the 3rd mural have to do with anything? Is it just something to throw us off?
Could be.
All right, well, I think we've thunk on it long enough. Who votes killing the goat? I raise my hand.
I raise my hand as well.
I abstain.
Remus is talking to himself.
What else? Honestly,
Ignitus is unsure. You see him, he's kind of like sat down on the edge of this platform and is just kind of like thinking over everything.
I think Rhea's probably just been disassociating, staring at this blood.
Eyes going in opposite directions.
Remus is gonna stand near Rhea.
You move yourself there.
Okay. Alright, yeah. Rhea.
Rhea's up on the altars.
You're gonna feel ever so slightly cold, but Remus hasn't touched you.
That's
She's like a little startled.
It's not creepy at all.
Looks down at you. What's up?
Nothing. I'm here.
Stuff like this
All right.
always wigs me out. It reminds me of the cult.
That's it. I'm killing the goat.
All right.
I'm doing it. It's happening.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yes.
Rhea's gonna just kind of go behind this podium, crouch down, and cover her ears.
You lift your dagger into the air, plunging it into the neck of this goat. It goes to cry out, gurgling upon blood pouring from it as you slice through it, carve into it, start pulling stuff out. Essentially covering yourself in blood as you go through this process. Once you're finished, entrails on the floor in front of you, the altar drenched in a thick coat of blood. You turn towards the fuel for the altar, picking up the wood that is there, placing it upon the goat, picking up the torch that's right next to it that is ready to burn it. Slowly burning the wood underneath the goat. A surge of dark energy erupts from the ground underneath you. And you take 29 points of necrotic damage as the lights in the room flicker slightly and then come back. And as they kind of flicker and everything goes dark for a minute, your work in front of you vanishes and the goat is back.
Did it work,
Okay.
Thomas?
It was not.
Oh, it wasn't. You made a really good point that it was. So I trusted you.
I love this.
I mean, if you're going to be a
This is
snooty
so
asshole
good.
about it, if you're gonna be a snooty asshole about it, why didn't you come up with any other good points?
So fucking funny. This is.
All coming together.
You're a dick. You're a dick for this.
I had a premonition of this moment. It's been spot on so
Shit.
far. So what are you gonna do, Lebog? Now that you guys know.
I'll let you're self-aware.
Describe to me what you'd like to
Yes.
do at that altar.
Would my insight tell me whether or not I have to put on this hat?
You feel that you don't need it. The bowl and the dagger seem to be the more important part. The knife is simply there as a representative of a canine of sorts.
Rhea's gonna be behind the altar still. Are you done with the goat?
Yeah, the goat's done.
Okay, what? She's gonna uncrouch from behind the altar and peek over. What are you doing here now?
I'm picking up the dagger and I'm cutting my hand and letting it drip into the bowl.
She's gonna
Alright.
visibly wince.
Like, what the fuck?
It's the cult has made her very uncomfortable with all this shit.
Yeah, that is true. Wait, that's not what I needed. I'm just
Wait,
Wait,
like
how tall is this
ritual
altar?
You can reach it. It's like 2 feet tall. Like, for one to do these rituals, they have to get onto their knees. For you just stand there.
Okay. Dang, I was gonna say I'd probably get on my knees and do that. I don't know if I'm tall enough for that.
So you take 6 points of damage, cutting your hand. Fair amount of blood pouring into the bowl. As this happens, you do see around the wolf's head kind of a dark mist kind of form around it, yellow appearing within the sockets for a moment, and you swear you hear howling in the distance. And as this happens and the lights within the room flicker once more, you hear what almost sounds like the rushing of battle. Footsteps rushing in, distant battle cries, the spilling of blood. And as this happens, well, there should be 3. Why is there only 2? Uno mas. 3 dark orbs appear within the chamber.
Saucy.
Now, you guys are allowed to move your movement speed. Where would you all like to go as the room is shaking as if there's a war happening around you? Labog, you do see in the bowl that you just put your blood, it is now overflowing with blood, and blood is pouring from the altar. The other 3 altars also have blood pouring from them, even though nothing has changed on top of them.
Run to the nearest statue with an instrument.
Okay, all of you move your movement speed.
Thunk.
Oh, Rhea,
That's not one,
as
Rhea.
you approach a statue with a weapon. See if it'll hit you. It will not, and you have well, no, wait. Yeah, it will not hit you. You have evasion, so it won't attack you. You would note that this one has an instrument. As each of you approaches one of these altars, as you know, one person at a time goes towards them, the eyes of the altar glow, and the instrument begins to make noise, even though nothing moves in that spot.
And she's really out of it right now. So now she'll move to the drum, kind of like realizing what's going on between like the goat sacrifice and the bloodletting. She's like really not headspace right now.
Yeah. The whole room fills with music, overwhelming the sound of war. The 3 dark orbs slowly fade away. After a moment or so, the room goes quiet. The lights, flickering once more before going dark. The doors open on the other side of the room. All the statues seem to have gone inactive once more. I'm just going to snap us to this so that you guys don't accidentally walk in front of those, because I can't just deactivate the thing on the spot. So, you all slowly make your way through the room, finding another obsidian hallway. As you kind of move along, all of you by this point have a kind of, almost as if you have a stone in your gut. This terrible sensation, just as if you were walking toward your own demise. Though you keep pressing forward. As you continue on, you enter one more chamber, kind of a large, kind of obsidian monolith kind of in the center of this room. Random carvings upon the walls don't make any sense. They look to be draconic, but in the order and the way that they're set up, they're not creating sentences or anything else. It's almost like just the jabbering of a madman, essentially. And you can see before this obsidian crystal, there is a stone tablet, fairly large, sitting before it, that has an inscription upon it. As you enter, Ignitus sees the inscription from across the room and begins to, read it as you guys get closer to it. Let me try to paste this correctly so it'll... I hate that this stupid thing wants to fight me every time I try to post something. There we go. It tries to fight me on its formatting. He reads the words, "To pass the door, all must part. Touch the stone, release your heart. Only then shall the way be shown. But beware the path to the unknown. Wolves do hunger, souls will flee. What lies ahead is not for the free."
It's not spooky at all.
So you're all within this chamber. What would you like to do? Ignitus kind of reads it and is just like standing before the tablet, kind of scratching his chin, unsure of what it means.
Would we be seeing a map right now?
No,
Okay.
So what's in this room? Is it just
it's the obsidian,
Whatever
the monolith at the center of the room, and then on the walls there's random draconic writing that looks to just be the scribblings of a madman. None of it makes sense. The words don't go in order. Nothing is comprehensible about it. The only comprehensible thing was the tablet that's in front of the obelisk that had the message I read.
Well, I'm gonna touch the monolith.
It is cold to the touch. Very smooth, slick surface that you place your hand upon. What's everyone else doing?
I'm sticking with Rhea.
Trying to stand back and just kind of like watch. So trying to keep an eye on my surroundings.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of keeping back.
Yeah, you see Ignitus kind of move away from the stone for a second, kind of looking along the walls, touching, different surfaces, trying to look around. You see him pause at one spot of the wall that it looks like there should be a door there. But as he kind of like places his hand and like feels around, trying to detect anything, that it doesn't seem like it had ever been carved out. It had just been prepared to be a doorway, but never was.
Pretty sure we all have to be touching this stone for the door to appear.
That would make sense. And Ignitus comes over and places his hand upon the stone.
Are you sure about that?
It says to pass the door, all must part, touch the stone.
Weren't we pretty sure last time? And then I'm not
Thomas
going to
was.
argue.
I don't think it would hurt to all touch the stone.
All right, I touched the stone.
I'll touch the stone.
I'll touch the stone as well. I just can't move right now.
Oh, there's no map. And Rhea, do
Okay.
you touch it because everyone else is?
Yeah, peer pressure.
Peer
You all
pressure.
touch the stone, a cold sensation falling over each of you. The room kind of dims for a moment. Lighting in the chamber seems to almost fade to a more of a like dark blue hint to the air. The air itself becomes cold. A weird breeze blows through that wasn't there before. As you all kind of look around, kind of release the stone, you notice the doorway behind you, the path you'd come from, looks significantly darker than it did. And as you glance over towards the other doorway, there is now a door where there was once not a door. You all move to kind of take a step away from the stone and look. It comes to your attention. You see yourselves laying upon the ground all around the stone. Your body's unmoved, yet you are separated. And that's where we'll end tonight's session. This was a quick one.
Hey.
Oh, that was quick.
You guys went through things a little faster than expected, but at the same time, I enjoyed the interaction of you guys trying to figure it out. So let me do the outro. We can talk about it more in a second. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, follow the Twitch, join the Discord for updates when we go live, and if you want to catch up on previous episodes, go check out the YouTube. That's linked below as well, where we have all of the campaigns we've ever done from beginning to wherever they ended up, whether that was completed, discontinued, or in the making. As always, we hope to see you in the next one. Peace.